Hey guys, what's up? Angle with another Path of Exile build guide, and today I want to show you the Berserker Volcanic Fissure of Snaking mapping starters. If you don't have Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, you can just check out my standard guide, but if you have your Volcanic Fissure of Snaking now, it's pretty important. First of all, you're gonna link your Volcanic Fissure of Snaking with a Fist of 4, then Pulverize, then Overexertion. If you have a 5 link, then you're gonna link it with a life tap, and after that with a melee physical damage, so the 5 and the 6 link. If you're gonna maximize your damage output with the Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, just place the Volcanic Fissure of Snaking behind the target, because that means that the target is triple hit and not double hit. Also, one big question is, how do you gonna fix your defense? Because some people also on Reddit are really squishy and die often. Well, it is pretty simple. You just need to stack high amounts of armor and get your maxers going, and also stack high amounts of life, and also get some fire damage reduction instead of fizz, and that's pretty simple. So as you can see right now, I have around 46% physical damage reduction in hideout without my endurance charges. With endurance charges I have around, I think, 90%. Just need just armor with a high amount of armor, so try to get something like 400-500 armor, so you're gonna get around 2000 plus armor, and also stack anything of life you can get, so 100 plus on your belt, also maybe on your gloves, on your boots, on your rings, on your arm amulet, on your helmet, and then you should be good to go at least until the red maps. I only got campaign gear. The only thing that I bought and traded was Comms Primacy and the Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, and I got 3.9k life. I'm already way overcapped on my res, fire, cold, and lightning res, and I also got 55% physical damage reduction, and I got some great gear. You can get this through the Mercs. This was one of the best things, so thanks to the Mercs I got things like this great helm with triple res, high amounts of life, also this spell with high amounts of life, this one with good flat damage, and also this amulet and this rings, and also this armor. So yeah, pretty great stuff to get from the Merc, and I would also recommend to you to get the Merc. And also one pretty important thing to do is just to gamble for items on thousands. You just can gamble random armor body to try to get a 6 link that, if you have some luck, that could be pretty good, because you can apparently get things like item level 81, although you are still not on your 81 team maps. As you can see, I'm just trying to gamble armor, so I will try to get a 5 link or maybe a 6 link, and then you can get pretty great items early on, and then you will be good to go, and then you can already get your 5 and 6 link going, because yeah, armor with high armor value is pretty important. And with that setup, you should have no problems to get into the red map. And also for the Mac, I would also recommend to you to get either the sniper or the thunder quiver, because with the sniper you can get the poacher's mark, and you're gonna have pretty heavily mana problems in the campaign, and the sniper gonna cast a poacher's mark against the targets. Enemy hit you're gonna do against the poacher's mark enemies will grant you life, mana, and killing them will grant a frenzy charge. So that's also nice if you cannot afford a blood red shit, so that's also really good. So also for your Merc, if you don't need the archer with the poacher's mark, and if you already got your mana and life leech, I would recommend you to get the war priest, because with the war priest you can get the sign of the sin eater, and with the sign of the sin eater you are basically ailment immune, because enemies inflict elemental ailments on you instead of nearby allies. So that means that we as a player cannot be inflicted with ailments any longer, and the scepter costs around 1c or 2c at the moment, so yeah, that's pretty good. Also, you can get a replicas Windhaller's charity. I think I paid around 15c or something. Yeah, I wanted to test it out because it has 5% chance to grant an endurance charge to nearby allies on hit, and also to nearby allies on kill. That is not so good, because they actually need to kill enemies, and most of the time you're gonna kill the enemies. So we can take a look now how good this is, because the endurance charge generation for mob packs is not a problem, because we have the disciple of the unyielding. We're gonna get a chance to gain endurance charge on kill, but if we're gonna fight against bosses, we kinda need our enduring grind to get endurance charges, and with that shield we could potentially leave out endurance charge if you don't want to press that many buttons. As you can see, we're just gonna look now how long it does take until we gonna get endurance charge. So as you can see, I still have one, so 5% chance. It is not that high, and And yeah, it's more like for bosses. I'm still testing out. Maybe I will also switch this out, but especially if it's on a lower budget, you can just get this. I got now 1, you can see, 2 and now 4. So I didn't attack and I got 4 endurance charges now. And also for the belt, you can take the belt of the deceiver because nearby enemies are intimidated. They're gonna take 10% increased attack damage. It is around 1 or 2 C, but your end goal would be the calm spell, so you're gonna get a 25% fire damage reduction, and that's pretty good. Also, you're gonna get Purity of Lightning, so you also can leave out some lightning rays. The Herald of Purity doesn't affect you, but yeah, it's a pretty good merc. Also, I got the Shaper Seed, so with Shaper Seed I will get 4% of life regenerated per second and also 80% increased mana regeneration rate. It's also a cheap way to get some nice quality of life, especially with our Blood Rage, so we have amazing life regeneration. Can get Calm Spiting for a merc. Currently it's a bit expensive, around 30 to 40 C, so nearby enemies can get 25% off their physical damage to fire, so that means you have basically damage reduction because they're doing more fire damage and less physical damage. You can also get something like Soft Heart. Nearby enemies are covered in air, so that means that they have less movement speed and 10% increased fire damage taken, and that means that your Volcanic Fissure of Snaking does even more damage. Just try to implement some items with nearby enemies or nearby allies that can help you pretty much, and that is really important. So the merc is really good and really important in that regard. Also, post your merc setups in the comments down below if you have some really cool setups and also some really cool items on that. So, and now the mana problem. You have 3 options to solve this. As I said, either your merc with your Assassin's Mark or Poacher's Mark, or at some points in the skill tree and get to life and mana leech, so you can have 0.4% of attack damage, leech as life and mana, and if you have a pretty decent amulet, get a Clever Thief on it, so you have 1% of attack damage, leech as life and mana, and it only needs a clear red and an indigo oil, and it's around 5C, so that's pretty important and pretty nice. And since then I never had any mana problems, and then you can also unequip your mana leech. Until then I would recommend to you to get the mana leech, because with all of the auto exertion you will have a hard time getting your mana back because you have so little mana. As you can see, I also don't have Blood and Sand activated right now because I still need to get more reservation. These are the kind of important things to get, and also get high fist damage with high base, with high flat, and also increased fist damage. It is pretty important for your campaign. The other stats doesn't matter that much. You can get this if you're gonna sell your X with Rustic Sash and a Blacksmith Whetstone, and then they're also good to go. As I said, after Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, your Warcries are also important. You don't even need to press the Warcries for your gem setup. Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, Fist of War, Pulverize, Overexertion, then Life Tap, and also melee physical damage. For the first auto exertion, get auto exertion, Seismic Cry, Intimidating Cry, and Rallying Cry, so this will get casted automatically. And for the second one, get auto exertion, Blood and Sand, Infernal Cry, and instead of Mana Leech, if you have your Anoint, you can get something other. So you can take Blood and Sand out, can get your Battle Mage Cry into it, and then also get your Punishment into it, so you're gonna have your Punishment cursing the target for more fist damage. So also for your helmet, get Blood Rage, Berserk, Enduring Cry, and Frostblink. You're always gonna cast Frostblink to get even more movement speed and to travel even quicker to the map with combined with Deep Slam. And also, you have Blood Rage, you're gonna activate, you're gonna get Frenzy Charge Generation, and Berserk, you're only gonna activate this on the bosses. And then for your boots, get your Leap Slam, Fast Attacks, Herald of Purity, and then you can also get cast when damage taken and a Molten Shell setup on your 5 and 6 link on your Calm Supremacy. You don't even need a 6 link for it. For your gear, as I said, Calm Supremacy is a kind of first priority. Then try to get just max res and also life on every thing of your gear piece. And after that, I got the PvP of Fabgun, so really amazing content creator. Check him out. As I said, I took this PvP because I'm not in the mood yet to create my own PvP. So he got like a starter, mid, end game, and Uber end game. In the mid game, you kind of want things like % of physical damage from hits taken as fire damage, and also chest piece with a higher armor value. That's also important. get like attack speed on your gauntlets, and also physical damage converted to fire damage, and then for your endgame get Echoes of Creation and Yoke of Suffering, but I will also do another video of it. My approach is more the casual style for you guys that cannot blast. Yeah, just check out the Charblana and also Fab Guns video, really amazing. So for your Flask, get a D1 Flask with, I think, Bleed Deletion, then Prismatic Tincture, a Quicksilver Flask, the Flask, and also Basalt Flask with things like Freeze, Curse Immunity, and then also for your skill tree pretty easily. For your Ascendancy, get Crave the Slaughter, then Rite of Ruin for your Crew Lab, then for Maglab, Warbringer, and then for Uberlab, Aspect of Carnage, and then for your skill tree, you want to remove versatility, and the reason is you want to have only your fast attack, your dex, and your int gems as low levels, because we don't have any dex and int. So we're also going to get 2 more points. As you can see, these are the requirements from my gems. And then also get things like Measured Fury for Warcraft accept 1 additional attack, or also Warcraft Mastery. So Warcraft cannot accept travel skills, so they cannot accept your Leap Slam and only your Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. And also get Life Mastery, increase maximum life if there are no life modifiers, and equip body armor. So also get a body armor without life and also without strength, because both are life modifier, and also get your Rage Mastery, so you're gonna get Max Rage and also Battle Trance for even more Max Rage. Then also get X Mastery for 2 Rage on hit with Axes, and also Slaughter for more Rage on hit with Axes. Also get Veteran's Wrath, so you're gonna get Rage on melee hit, and also it's pretty important to get Resolute Technique. It's more of an overview of the skill tree, because most of the time if you have Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, you are already in the maps. And then also get Bloodless, and the fortification with Steadfast and Fortify Mastery is pretty important, so you're gonna have even more depth. Also get Prismatic Skin for more max stress, and then also get Two-Hand Mastery for more damage with hit against unique enemies, Wrecking Ball, and also Disciple of the Unyielding, so you have a chance to get Endurance Charge on kill, and then also some Savagery and Vigor. And as I said, as you anoint, get your Clever Thief. If you want to have the rotation again, cast Volcanic Fissure, spam it, and only Enduring Cry and Berserk on your map bosses. So I hope I could show a really cool build that I will play more, and I will also make more updates for you, for the more casual players. Yeah, if you want to have the Giga Blaster setup, just check out Fab Guns build guides, pretty amazing content creator. If you like my video, please leave a like and a sub, would boost my channel tremendously. Also write down some questions in the comments down below, and until the next video, bye.